the United States. I think that's correct. I can't prove it right off the top of my head right now, but I'm about 99% sure that's correct, Rick. Over.
Well, if nobody steps up and disputes it, we're going to say it's correct. But yeah, that's great. And you know, these people out there checking in, it doesn't take but a minute, and you know, just all it's for is like we said before, is training. This is a training net. Teach you how to check into a net. One day there may be an emergency. You'll have to check into a real net. You can learn how to check into a net here, and then if you want to get close to the mic, you can chit-chat with somebody. You know, get the new guys. This is probably the best place to start. Listen, and then talk. That's the way I got started. I listened to the net for a long time before I actually got nerve to talk. And now you can't shut me up. I knew somebody was going to say that, wasn't it? Somebody was thinking it. But you'd think we got paid for all the number of check-ins that we get because we asked for so many. But no pay here. It's just a lot of fun. So just keep coming and keep checking in. And Ray, I'll say a good word for you at the meeting, okay?
I appreciate that. I'd like to make it, but it's hard to be in two places at one time. You've been there and done that, so you know what I'm talking about. And other than that, everything cool. We're try to get the rest of the individual controllers worked up for you and get that to you for the meeting if I can. I won't promise you I'll get it done, but I will try, and hopefully it'll work out. According to the weatherman, we're supposed to have another pretty day tomorrow. It was a beauty today. And I got some work out in the yard I got to get out here and see if I can get caught up with. I about quit trying to catch up, Rick. I'm just trying to keep up now. Over.
Yeah, if it's growing, if it's looking for water, it's kind of hard to keep up. The other day, I was sitting over at my daughter's house, and I could have swore that they said it was going to be nice weather all day long. And I was sitting there, and all of a sudden I heard a crash of thunder, and next thing I know, it was just falling like, you know, dumping a bucket. And the road was looked like it was about an inch deep of water running down the road. So it came real fast. That was day before yesterday, I think. Could have been yesterday. I lost my track. But it could have been yesterday, but I think it was the day before. But when it comes nowadays. I don't know where it's all coming from, but, you know, we need it. So I'm glad to see it, but I'll be glad when it lightens up a little bit, too. We don't need all this winter. I like snow, but I don't want this much snow.
Maybe we'll get it in the form of rain this summer so we don't get it snow this winter. But don't hang up, don't do away with your long handles and your snow boots. Because I got a feeling now, this is just a feeling from my own personal standpoint. I got no way to prove it, no way to back it up, but I kind of got a feeling that this winter ain't going to be like the last 2 or 3 we've had. Now, according to the official weather reports, I'm dead wrong. The official weather reports say we're having a cooler than normal summer and going to have a warmer than normal winter, so I guess we'll wait and see who's right. Over.
Yeah, well, you know, if the weatherman misses it, he won't get fired, so we'll just have to wait and see. I would like to see a better winter than we had last year. You know, we need to have some cold weather. There's a purpose for that freezing weather, and we need to have it at least every other year. It would be good. You know, freeze the ground down a few feet and take care of some things that's supposed to be taken care of in the wintertime, so there's not so many of them flying around when the summer comes back. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Well, we'll take what we can get, and I'm not complaining about the rain, because we've had several years when we was all out here praying for rain, and we got it now, so don't knock it. Kind of spread it around a little bit would be nice, but I'll take it however it comes and make the best of it. It's not the first time we've had a summer like this, Rick. When the year that we built this house back in 63, I believe it was. I had to go back and look at my records to find out. My memory ain't all that great. But it rained and rained and rained, and after we moved in here, it's continued to rain. We built the house in the summertime, and a lot of days they couldn't work because of the rain, and it slowed us down. It took all summer to get the house up and running. We moved into it in September, and it continued to rain, and this driveway I got in the back of the yard was gravel at that time. And I had a little tractor borrowed that belonged to the contractor, and every time it rained would come like that, it'd wash all my gravel down to the bottom of the hill, and I had to go dig gravel out of the creek and put it back on the driveway over.
Yep. 1963, I was living in San Susie and going to school at Montague Elementary. Wow, that's a long time ago, Ray. Lord have mercy. I was a young guy then, and that was the year that JFK was assassinated too. So, there's certain things that you remember in your life at the time when it happens too. You just remember what you were doing when you heard it.
Well, the Duke Power Inspector, this is I'll let him get through this. This was a gold medallion home. At that time, Duke Power had this program for all electric homes. It was called gold medallion homes, and you got a special electric rate, and you get a regular payment. You pay so much every month, and then catch up on the last month of the year. And had to have the house had to be inspected to see if it met their specifications. And this guy came out to inspect the house. I was wiring it, and he looked it over, and he made a suggestion for one thing. I took him in there and showed him where I already had that in, and a couple more items that he suggested, and I showed them to him. He said, well, I don't think you need me anymore. And he went on his way as far as inspecting was concerned, but he came back to visit. And he's had a convertible, and he had that convertible parked out here at the end of our carport, headed up the hill, and me and him were sitting out there in that little old car talking and listening to the radio when the news came on about Kennedy being shot over.
Yep, and you'll never forget that. Never, ever. I'll never forget what I was doing. I was walking out of school, and back then I walked back and forth to school, and back then I had a little, one of these little 6-volt transistor radios. You know what I'm talking about, just a little AM radio. And as soon as I walked out the side door where I could turn it on, I flipped it on, and that was the first thing I heard. And it's amazing how certain things just etch right in your mind and is there forever. Just like the morning that I heard that the Twin Towers were hit, that kind of stuff, But it's amazing how the mind is, and there's just that one little spot there in the brain that's going to always be there. Nothing else will cover it up.
Yeah, it seems like we always concentrate on the catastrophes too. Like the space shuttle exploding, and the other one lost it coming back in, and these things stick in your mind. I remember the first orbit around the Earth, manned orbit around the Earth, and I was patrolling the Charlotte Atlanta A&B cable for the AT&T company during the period that capsule was in space, riding up and down the cable, making sure nothing happened to the cable, stopping at all the repeater stations, making sure there's all of the they were afraid they might have some sabotage or something that would break it all down. And at that particular time, all the communications from the spacecraft and the space people were traveling on AT&T long lines facilities. And that brings back a lot of memories too. And then later on, you may remember this. I guess I'm holding it up too long, Rick, but I got kind of carried away. I'll tell you one more story and then I'll hush. Had a couple of microwave stations that were blown up. I don't remember exactly where they were located, but they were afraid there might be some widespread sabotage taking place. So we had to man the stations, man the microwave stations, and stand guard over.
See if we got any more check-ins while you're recovering. I don't know what happened to you. This is KD4DRA with Blue Ridge 2-meter net. Do I have any more check-ins? Alpha through Zulu, call now. KD4DRA. Please check in. Alpha Juliet 4, Echo November, Bobby, Diane Clinton. I'll be negative and negative. KD4DRA. Good evening, Rick in the net, N4ZLK, Shane. I'm home now. I don't know if you got me earlier, but I never heard you, so I'm home and I'm checking in now. No traffic, no table. Good evening, Rick. KD4DRA. Good evening, Rick. Please check in. Whiskey 4, India Oscar Echo, Sid in Fletcher, North Carolina. Good evening to you, Rick, and your family, and everyone on the net. Before I wait, no traffic, no comment. Okay, I got N4ZLK by text message and by voice. That's Shane. He's at Simpsonville. He's going to get checked in one way or another. Thank you, Shane. I appreciate you being there. And you have a good weekend and a good trip next week. Have fun. And let me check AJ4EN. That's Bobby. He's down in Clinton. Good to hear you, Bobby. And W4IOE. That's Sid up in Fletcher. Good to hear you, Sid. I hope you and your family are doing well. Take care. Have a great weekend. K4SUG, are you back?
Yeah, I hope so, Rick. I had to go get the handheld. My radio quit.
Oh, no. You wasn't on the battery, so something else serious then.
Yeah, it just went dark. I don't know what happened. I guess I'll run it down and find out. It looks like more than one thing down. I've got several items down, and they're all operating off.
Okay, well, we won't hold you then. Appreciate you hanging in here and talking with us tonight and stretching this thing out. If not for you, we might have ended this at 9:30. But I appreciate you being here, and don't worry about the numbers by Monday night. If you just get them to me by the newsletter time, that'll be okay. I've got the big number for the meeting, and that's really what I need most of all. But appreciate you being here, and I hope your problem's not a serious one. We'll talk to you later on. This is KD4DRA with Blue Ridge 2-meter net. Looking for more check-ins. Alpha through Zulu. Call now.
Just don't receive, but they're all dead too, so I'll be listening on the handheld. Go ahead.
I was talking over you. I didn't know you even came back to me. All right. Listening on the handheld. I heard that. We'll talk to you later, Ray. All right. KD4DRA with Blue Ridge 2-meter net. Do I have any more check-ins? Alpha through Zulu. Check. Go ahead, Mr. JBQ.
Yes, this is Just Be Quiet. One thing I wanted to note before I go any further is that you have a bit of some kind of noise on your signal tonight. It sounds, for all the world, like an exhaust fan. If you can identify that in your surroundings, maybe that'll be explained, but it sounds like the steady hum of an exhaust fan. KK4, JBQ.
Well, only got. Now, you know I'm kind of big blubber guy, so I've got one fan on the radio because I'm blowing hot air on it, and I don't want it to overheat. And then I got one fan blowing on me because I don't want me to overheat. So I could start turning them off, but one of them I can't turn off because it's wired direct. But I could turn another one off. And I do know that I'm running too much power. That's for sure. I was trying to find I haven't figured this radio out yet. I haven't figured out how to turn the power down. I know how, but if I don't do it every day, I forget the process. I did.
Don't hang up, don't go away with your long handles and your snow boots. Because I got a feeling, this is just a feeling from my own personal standpoint. I got no way to prove it, no way to back it up, but I kind of got a feeling that this winter ain't going to be like the last 2 or 3 we've had. Now, according to the official weather reports, I'm dead wrong. The official weather reports say we're having a cooler than normal summer and going to have a warmer than normal winter, so I guess we'll wait and see who's right over there. Yeah, well, you know, if the weatherman misses it, he won't get fired, so we'll just have to wait and see. I would like to see a better winter than we had last year. You know, we need to have some cold weather. There's a purpose for that freezing weather, and we need to have it at least every other year. It would be good. You know, freeze the ground down a few feet and take care of some things that's supposed to be taken care of in the wintertime, so there's not so many of them flying around when the summer comes back, you know what I mean? Oh, yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Well, we'll take what we can get, and I'm not complaining about the rain, because we've had several years when we was all out here praying for rain, and we got it now, so don't knock it. Kind of spread it around a little bit would be nice, but I'll take it however it comes.